When people leave hospital in Australia, typically there will be a period of 6 to 8 weeks, maybe longer, when there can be weekly therapy for a number of months or weeks. But after that, that's typically difficult for people, especially in rural areas, to access services. Sometimes there are services that will offer distance therapy, so more and more now we're finding rural areas in Australia are managing to offer follow-up appointments and interim appointments by Skype or by telephone. And also private services are now starting to offer distance therapy by tele-rehab or by Skype. Stroke survivors and their carers should think about asking about those services as well, even if they're not being offered routinely.
You see, I'd been in hospital 6 weeks, and I said to the doctor, will I be home for Christmas? Because it was November. And he said to me, you will be home for Christmas, but I don't know which Christmas. So I thought, gee, we have to make this happen.
And that really was the trigger for us to sort of take control of of Joy's destiny, and we've really worked together on that ever since. It's been an interesting journey.
Yeah. We suddenly got day leave, and then we got weekend leave, and then I took the attitude I wasn't sick. I couldn't move my arm or my leg, but I wasn't sick, as in being physically sick. So I kept saying that, reminding the key people that we've really got to get home, because I thought that we could actually do more at home than 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon in physio. So we made it happen.
The main object was to get people home and to get them walking. If they could get walking or get a little bit of mobility, and the circumstances were okay at home. In other words, I was living with Wendy, so I could help and so forth, and that was the main, to get Wendy talking, communicating again was a little bit secondary.
After I had my stroke, I stayed in hospital for about a week, and then I was allowed to go home, and I wasn't allowed to walk or because of my knee surgery, wasn't allowed to drive because of my stroke. I had to keep my heart rate below 100 beats per minute, which for me was really frustrating because my plan was, have surgery and then the following week you start physiotherapy and get your knee back going. So everything was put on hold for about 6 weeks. So I had 6 weeks of nothing, of feeling trapped and really confused.
It is difficult if you find that you've gone straight home from acute services without accessing physiotherapy through rehabilitation. But there is lots of information out there in terms of physical activity information that people can access online.